Sasha Banks walks out on Raw. Cody Rhodes is in the ring. Interesting Monday Night Raw so far. And let's get into the whole Sasha Banks thing real quick. It appears that Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out of Raw is legit. It is not storyline. This is the update we have. Oh, big update here. Here is the update from Fightful Select. Tonight's Raw main event changed after Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out of the show. Those at Fightful has heard from it tonight's WWE Raw. WWE Tag Team Champion Sasha Banks wasn't satisfied with the creative associated with her plans for the evening. As Fightful Select reported, Sasha was to be involved in a six-pack challenge with Naomi, Asuka, Doudrop, and Nikki Ash. During the Raw broadcast, it was announced, then changed to Asuka versus Becky Lynch, and said that Sasha Banks and Naomi left the building. Fightful is told that Sasha had a meeting with Vince McMahon and voiced her displeasure and wouldn't budge on her stance. Vince McMahon was also said to be unwilling to budge. Fightful hasn't specifically heard that Naomi was involved, but that she and Sasha Banks left near the start of the show. It's worth noting that at the time that the WWE rundowns went out, there was no assigned producer or referee for the main event match. It was also highlighted in red, indicating a change could be happening. Fightful is also told that they were hastily produced segments to set up the change, but they were also reflected in the rundowns that were handed out before the show. By the time it was announced on WWE TV, word had made way outside the company. Several people backstage at the show confirmed to Fightful that the duo had left. In an update, and this is the big update right here, Fightful Select has learned that Naomi was scheduled to win the match. So that begs the question, okay, if Naomi was scheduled to win that six-pack challenge and Sasha was upset with the creative, yet the two of them walked out together, what the heck does that mean? And the six-pack challenge, was that to determine a number one contender for Bianca? And why wasn't Becky Lynch involved in it? So we got Cody calling for a third match in Hell in a Cell. I called it last week. I told you last week it was going to happen. So there it is. What the heck is Seth wearing tonight? Oh, Seth went into Becky's closet. Oh, boy. So is Seth going to say that, or is Cody going to say that this is what he wanted? He wanted Hell in a Cell? Is that what we're going to get here? Look. But wait, didn't we have Seth and Louis? Obviously you missed what I said a few minutes ago. Yes, it is true. Naomi and Sasha walked out of Raw. Sasha had reportedly had a meeting with Vince McMahon about the creative for the 6-pack challenge, which Fightful Select is reporting Naomi was supposed to win. That's what Fightful has learned. And I guess Sasha wanted to change to the creative. Vince didn't want to budge, and Sasha took her ball and went home. No, Marcus, Seth is wearing some of Becky's fishnet. That's what happens when you're married to a wrestler that, wears fishnets in the ring. You'll sometimes you run low on things, so he's borrowing some of her stuff. So we'll have to see what Becky comes out wearing. Wow, that is awesome, Louie. How can you not love Asuka? Yeah, this is an interesting turn of events, though, with Sasha Banks, and I can't wait to hear more of this story coming out. And yeah, it would be funny if Becky came out in one of Seth's suits. Well, just don't do anything stupid. Follow the directions from the trainers. Okay. Make sure you follow their direction, whoever's training you, and just be careful. Wait a second. We actually get Alpha Academy Wrestling finally. I know it's Chad versus Ezekiel. Well, Marcus, we shall see if she does come out in one of Seth's suits, which would be hilarious. So, KO's got a new shirt. Wow. KO's wearing a Sami Zayn shirt. Wow. You know what they need to do? Okay. No. Why would I do that? That makes no sense, Louis. You know what they need to do? All right, if they are going to end up unifying these tag team titles, put Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn back together again. Make them a tag team. Let them get a run at the tag team championships, please. Okay? They're the ideal team. Come on, you got to put these two back together and make it happen.
You do know your turn signal on your rear, it doesn't work?
I just changed the bulb on it.
Well, your right rear turn signal is not working.
Okay.
It's not flashing.
I just changed that bulb.
Well, it's not flashing.
Okay. Did somebody tell you that?
No, I noticed it. I looked when I got home.
Okay. All right. Louis, I don't know. I'm not sure. We may or may not. I would think. I would think there would be, because I can't think of. Okay, they're probably going to have 2 Hell in a Cell matches. We have a Raw match, which means there will probably be a SmackDown one. But taking a look at SmackDown, oh no. Oh no. Do you realize what it's going to be if they do a SmackDown Hell in a Cell match? It's going to be Corbin and Madcap Moss. That's going to be the blow off to that feud, is Corbin and Madcap Moss in Hell in a Cell. You do realize that, right? Ugh. Because I can't see them doing more than 2 of those matches, which again, I personally think they need to get rid of Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view and have that as a once or twice a year specialty match that is thrown in at a different different pay-per-views. Yeah, Marcus, you're right. It's been nothing but headaches. And what's frustrating, it's my car, it's my Honda Civic, and I literally just changed all the bulbs on the back of my car. Taillights, directionals, everything. And now the rear directional on one side is not working. Like, I literally just put brand new bulbs across the board in the car. So, I don't know. I got to figure it out. Yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening is that's why they that's why they're giving him time off for the injury angle, is so he can come back with a new gimmick or a revised gimmick. I love it. It was just announced before the break, but we've got the graphics already. Boy, you know that WWE graphics department is so good. Literally in 5 minutes, they're able to create the graphic for Cody versus Seth in Hell in a Cell. They are absolutely amazing. Shush. You know what I still have to figure out here is I got to figure out my webcam here, because I do have a microphone plugged in here, but I swear that the audio is coming more out of the webcam than it is the microphone right here. I don't know. Do I sound louder and clearer like this? If I talk like this, do I sound like I'm better? Okay, you know what they need to do? They need to start having Ezekiel run to the ring. Photoshop. Yes, Ezekiel Ultimate Warrior 2.0. Okay. Thank you, Louie. I appreciate that. Well, I guess they had him change up his look a little bit, because I guess they were saying he was looking too much like Randy Savage. Oh, wait, hold on. it is time. The Exalted One, Positive One, is in the house. I thought you were bringing a belt in. You forgot it? Do you have any, as the exalted leader of the WrestleScope community, do you have any commands for the viewers? Anything that you need to tell them? You got to speak into the microphone.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. Fortunately, I didn't drop that bass on his foot. That would have been bad. That would have been. You have no commands for them?
No.
No. Okay. All right. There you go. Your nightly appearance of the Exalted One, the Positive One, has happened. So, you going to bed now? All right. Good night, oh great leader. He'll bring a belt in. He'll bring a belt in. He actually has one. It. Can they just end this feud, please? I'm already just so unbelievably tired of this whole thing. I'm done with it. Really. I really am. All right, so let's go back and talk. Oh, I missed this. KO called out the commentary team for saying that Cody hadn't wrestled in 6 years. If I'm his manager, we're not going to WWE. No. Because he would be misused. Cody versus maybe. I was happy to see the Mysterios come back. That was actually a very interesting turn that they had tonight with Theory and the Theory and Mustafa Ali match where they brought out Veer Mahan. I actually liked that. I liked that storyline. I thought that was good. And yeah, but see, then we end up having to feud with the Dark Order. And Positive One and Negative One would end up having to fight. And we may end up having to get Danhausen involved somehow. We may have to get the Danhausen involved, and maybe he'll put on the curse, curse on the Dark Order. Yeah. I think every time I do that, it gets worse. So maybe I need to stop. I don't know. Or I got to work on it a little bit more. Maybe I'll do one of these times. I'll do the whole Danhausen face paint. Well, one of these weeks we officially had Mask Monday with Positive One in here. So I would love to go to AEW though. That would be still a dream of mine to one day be able to do some work, something, anything in a major promotion. I would love to, but the clock is ticking on this guy here as far as time to be able to actually do something. I could see us getting Reigns versus Riddle at some point in time. I would love to see that. Cody versus Ricochet would be a good match. I don't think we're going to see Cody going after another mid-card title, though. The only reason they did that last week was to further along the Seth Rollins storyline. That's the only reason they did it. He will not be vying for a mid-card title again anytime soon. If he does, that is a huge mistake. So I will be curious to see just how much they talk about Sasha and Naomi walking out during the main event. Because, hold on, where... Sean Ross Sapp, a Fightful Select. He had a quote from Corey Graves. Sasha Banks and Naomi summarily and unprofessionally walked out. Are they going to bury them on television now? And I had somebody tweet me asking, is she going to get released? I personally don't think so. I don't know. It's really hard to say because, if they did release her, darn well where she's going to end. Well, then again, she may not end up. Okay, let's just say that on Wednesday, we're just hypothetically speaking here. Wednesday, we get the word that comes out that Sasha Banks has been released, which means, the 90-day no compete goes into effect, which we'd be looking at, mid-August, August 17th, August 18th, which would be just 2 weeks prior to all in. That doesn't mean Sasha Banks will automatically be going to AEW because it's very well known she wants to continue on her acting career. And with her work in The Mandalorian, she has caught a lot of attention from Hollywood. And Kate, you're a little bit behind here. We're talking about it right now. I don't, I'm not saying I want her to get released. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm just saying that if it did happen, don't immediately think Sasha Banks would go to AEW when the 90-day non-compete is over. I don't think she would. I think she would go explore other things. She doesn't need to come back to wrestling immediately. She doesn't need, I could guarantee you AEW would be, Tony Khan would be on the phone to her immediately. If she has friends in AEW, which I'm sure she does, I'd be willing to bet anything they're already on the phone to her, checking on her like, hey girl, what is going on? What's happening? They're, texting her, DMing her, whatever. Officially, obviously, AEW cannot reach out to her. I find this very, very interesting. And the fact that, like I had said earlier in the updated report that came from Fightful Select, they said Naomi was scheduled to win that 6-pack challenge. So the question comes, and I don't know if we'll ever find out, what was the creative that Naomi didn't like? You know what? Sami Zayn, next week, Monday on Raw, Sami Zayn is going to show up. It's the whole conspiracy. Oh, you know what? It must be about 9:30 because here we go with the 24/7 antics. You know, you could almost literally set a clock to this. You really could. You could literally set a clock to when the 24/7 stuff is going to happen. Oh! Oh! We get a James Ellsworth mention. Wait, so okay. I'm a little baffled here. Wait, Marcus, which lumberjack match? You're talking Seth and Sammy and Drew? So Lacey's coming out acting like a baby face. So is Lacey going to be on commentary for the main event? I'm baffled on a couple things here. First of all, is Carmella now in the 24/7 title mix, which I find very funny? Second, is Lacey Evans going to be on commentary for the main event. Okay, while we have a break here, the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, above and beyond the whole Boss and Glow connection walking out tonight, is the official announcement has been made. 73-year-old Ric Flair is going to get back into the ring for a match in July. I believe it's in Nashville. It's going to be on Fight TV, co-promoted by Jim Crockett Promotions, which I didn't realize JCP was still around. And the rumor floating around right now, and I believe Fightful Select had the story up, it will be a tag team match. It'll be a 6-man tag match. Ric Flair and FTR taking on the Rock and Roll Express and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, you all know your boy John here is a huge Ricky Steamboat fan. Have been since I was a wee little WrestleScope. Okay, I was actually 15 at the time, so I wasn't wee little, but I have followed him since 1985. He is at the top of my dream bucket list to interview is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and to meet in person, both. I don't like this idea of him getting back into the ring again. I just don't. Oh, hold on. We may have an update here again. Okay. There is a new update. Okay. Fightful Select has just posted this update. A statement directly from WWE. When Sasha Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were informed of their participation in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. During the broadcast, they walked into WWE Head of Talent Relation, John Laurinaitis' office, with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on his desk, and walked out. They claimed they weren't respected enough as tag team champions, and even though they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, they claimed they were uncomfortable in the ring with 2 of their opponents, even though they'd had matches with those individuals in the past with no consequence. Monday Night Raw is a live scripted TV show whose characters are expected to perform the requirements of their contract. We regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. Holy crap. Okay, I got to look and see. I'm sure Sean Ross Sapp just tweeted something about this. If he did, just out of respect to him. Oh, here we go. Yep. If this is true, especially the fact, okay, obviously WWE is going, is shooting on this. I'm talking big time shoot on this by saying that Sasha and Naomi put their tag team titles on Johnny Ace's desk and walked out. This is huge. This is obviously not storyline right now. I mean, if it is, oh my goodness, WWE is playing this huge. All right. I need to do this real quick, even though I am on live right now on TikTok. I have to post a TikTok about this situation. So, yes, I know I am currently logged in. I know that. All right, so, okay, I'm going to actually turn this down so I don't get in trouble for this. We have huge breaking news coming out of Monday Night Raw. Sasha Banks and Naomi have reportedly walked out on WWE. They were scheduled to be involved in the six-pack challenge in the main event tonight. Sasha Banks reportedly had a meeting with Vince McMahon prior to the show, was not happy with the creative direction, and walked out. WWE has released a statement, and this was posted by Fightful Select, and this is the WWE statement verbatim. When Sasha Banks and Naomi arrived at the arena this afternoon, they were informed of their participation in the main event of tonight's Monday Night Raw. During the broadcast, they walked into WWE head of talent relations John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases in hand, placed their tag team championship belts on his desk, and walked out. They claimed they weren't respected enough as tag team champions, and even though they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, they claimed they were uncomfortable in the ring with two of their opponents, even though they had had matches with those individuals in the past with no consequence. Monday Night Raw is a scripted live TV show whose characters are expected to perform the requirements of their contract. We regret we were unable to deliver as advertised tonight's main event. That is the statement directly from WWE that was released just minutes ago and posted by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select. We'll keep you updated on this situation, but it does not appear that this is storyline. It appears this is real, that Sasha Banks and Naomi have walked out on WWE. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Had to do that. So the plan now for the main event, Marcus, is Asuka versus Becky Lynch for the number one contender to face Bianca Belair. Okay, sorry, I had to get that posted real quick. So, all right. Oh. So I am very curious to see how WWE handles and addresses all of this on television. I mean, this is absolutely stunning news. I mean, I have never seen I've never seen WWE release a statement like that as far as talent and something that happened backstage. Okay. I don't even know if I want to mention this. Okay, I'm going to say this. Be careful what you read and what you believe online about situations. When outlets like Fightful Select, Talk Sport, Wrestle Talk, Cultaholic, groups like that, when they post stories, they do their due diligence and do the research and make sure they check things before they post them. There is a rumor that is starting to go around online about about things being said backstage that upset Sasha and Naomi. I am not going to repeat what is being said in this tweet because, first of all, I have no idea who this account is. Yeah, some dude from Nigeria. And I mean, this could create a lot of problems if this kind of rumor starts going around. And I until I hear it from a reputable source, I don't believe it. Okay, sorry, I just had a tweet about what I had just said about being careful about crazy rumors. Marcus, I don't know. Hello, Abby. How are you doing tonight? I don't know. Again, I don't know how they are going to address this situation. You know what's going to end up happening? I would not be surprised if tomorrow night on NXT 2.0, Mandy Rose comes out and declares that Toxic Attraction are the true women's tag team champions in WWE. Do not be surprised. Bobby Lashley with a hard hat on has got to be like the coolest thing on the internet right now. Well, just when I thought we weren't going to have a ton to talk about, Oh, good Lord. I don't even want to know. Yeah, Meltzer just tweeted out too that about that statement from WWE. I'm just, boy, I'm stunned. I am just stunned that, I mean, this isn't the first time that we've heard issues with talent backstage, but man, to the point that they actually turned in their tag team titles, that they dropped them on Johnny Ace's desk and walked out. I mean, if it's true, at least the friends are staying unified. But I mean, Naomi, her husband is part of the bloodline. She is married into that whole situation. Wow. That's really comparing. It's, first of all, Marcus, it's a little too early to throw Judgment Day in there because right now they are a two-man, or a two-man and a woman group. I wouldn't call them a faction quite yet. Oh, look, Becky Lynch got the fishnets back from Seth. You notice you don't see Becky and Seth show up together in fishnets. So are they sharing one pair? And those glasses, if WWE is not selling replicas of those glasses that Becky is wearing, they are missing the boat on huge money. Oh, Sportskeeda tweeted that? Again, like I said, all right, very good. No, TKG, what I was going to say is the problem they run into here is, Naomi is part of that family. She is married to is it Jimmy? Yeah, she's married to Jimmy Uso. So she is technically by marriage part of the bloodline. And the fact that she hasn't actually appeared on TV with them is surprising. If she legit walked out, she will not be back. Or at least not anytime soon. I could see maybe a year down the road with some lobbying from Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns that they could bring her back. But boy, I mean, this is burning a huge bridge. And honestly, this may hurt Sasha Banks too. If you think about it, this could get portrayed as she didn't get her way. So this is a Stone Cold Steve Austin situation. Remember the whole, I forget who Stone Cold was scheduled to wrestle and was supposed to lose to, and he didn't like the idea, so he went home. And they played it as a storyline. Jim Ross even came on TV and said, Stone Cold Steve Austin was supposed to be here. He didn't like what was supposed to happen, so he took his ball and he went home. And he was gone for over a year. And they've discussed this on different different documentaries with Stone Cold. that, this situation is very similar to this. And it could get portrayed that Sasha didn't get her way. She didn't like what was going on, so she left. How soon do we get, the people to do the comparisons to, was it WCW in 2000 when Hulk Hogan, the whole Hulk Hogan, Vince Russo, Jeff Jarrett thing, where Vince Russo basically told Jeff Jarrett to lie down in the ring for Hulk Hogan so he could win the championship, because he was using his creative control, and that whole blow up there. How soon, how soon until Vince Russo opens his big mouth and says something about it? Yeah. How soon until the Three Stooges of irrelevancy, Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, and Jim Cornette, chime in on this? I should make a t-shirt of that, with their cartoon heads and, the Three Stooges of irrelevancy. I mean, if anybody wants to run with that idea, please go ahead. Feel free. I'm giving that one out for free. Russo, Bischoff, Cornette, the Three Stooges of irrelevancy. I would love to tweet that one out, but I got to be careful. As still a fairly new guy to this whole thing, I tweet something like that, man, I could get blacklisted real fast. And if I ever want to build anything big with this channel, it may not happen. Or do I take the chance? Do I go out and take a calculated chance and maybe do a TikTok on it? I don't know. Oh, geez. If I was a artistically creative person, I would literally come up with that t-shirt. I mean, no offense to the 6 women that were supposed to be in the 6-pack challenge. I'd rather have this as the main event, quite honestly. No shenanigans, no BS. Just let these two go out there and wrestle for 15 minutes and put on a showcase. Because this is what going to be is this the third time in 4 weeks, or is this 4 weeks in a row that women have main evented Monday Night Raw? I mean, this is unprecedented that women have main evented Raw this many weeks in a row. I'm very curious to see how this match is going to. I still believe it's going to be a triple threat. I don't know, double count out. Double pin. Actually, that would be kind of a cool ending to this, is if both women's shoulders are down. I mean, when's the last time we had that happen in WWE? It's been a while, where, both sets of shoulders have been down for the pinfall, and they determined that there really was no winner. I think that'd be, because neither woman looks bad then in that light. I thought maybe that was going to be the spot there, but or what if we get, this would be an interesting finish, is you get a pinfall and a tap out at the same time. I mean, that is very hard to pull off. That would be very hard to pull off. I mean, it would have to be perfectly timed. Yeah, it was Brock that the reason why Austin walked out, and Austin's reasoning behind it was he was fine with the match. He just thought that there should have been a better build for it. He didn't like the creative leading up to it. It just they basically pulled it out of their butts to make it happen. Well, I'm surprised by that. So how is the spraying of the green mist into the face? How is that not a disqualification? I mean, the proof is right there. How is that not a DQ? Oh, Becky has a valid complaint here. She has an absolutely valid complaint coming out of this match. How is that not a DQ? You know, Bianca got involved. I mean, yes, Bianca was trying to stop her from using the using Asuka's oh, hold on. So yeah, the obvious question is starting to pop up now too. As I'm going to wrap this stream up, concerning Sasha and Naomi, primarily Naomi, is this going to have a direct effect on Jimmy Uso, her husband? And Sean Ross Sapp tweeted, "Doesn't seem so initially. He was there and he worked tonight." So I don't think this is going to have a direct effect on Jimmy Uso, because if it did, Roman Reigns, oh my goodness, you don't want to tick off, legitimately tick off Roman Reigns, your number one star in the company. You know, because, boy, this situation could get really ugly really quick. And it's not concerning Sasha Banks. It is concerning Naomi and her connections with the bloodline. And I'm not talking storyline stuff. I'm talking real life here. I can guarantee you Roman Reigns is going to be having a conversation with John Laurinaitis and Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. If not already right now, definitely in the next 24 hours about the situation. You know, I can guarantee you he is going to fight to have the wife of his cousin not get fired by the company. You know, maybe they suspend her. But then again, I mean, if they both walked out under similar circumstances, whatever the punishment is, has got to be the same, I would think. Though, the way WWE could get around this, and again, I'm jumping way ahead here. The way WWE could get around this is they could say, this is not the first time Sasha Banks has done this. This is not the first time that she has tried power playing and has complained about creative, whereas Naomi never really has. Or are they going to, you know, is Vince going to go old school? And is he going to, I mean, boy, think about, now granted, this is a long time ago and the culture has changed a lot, but think about the curtain call. What happened with the curtain call? Hall and Nash were gone. HBK was the champion. Triple H basically got buried. And, you know, this is before he had any power in WWE. Could we see a similar situation coming? I mean, you have to think that which Uso is the one that keeps having problems with the DUIs? Is it Jimmy? Or is it Jay? Which one? I the wrong one here. If it's Jimmy, this situation could get really ugly really fast. Boy, I don't know. I don't want anything bad to happen. You know, I want the bloodline to be I want the bloodline to stay strong because I think they're one of the best things going in WWE right now. But you know, when you've got personal stuff that starts floating around and happening, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting story to keep an eye on. I'm going to do my best to you know, keep up to date with what's going on. Obviously, I don't have any sources anywhere. You know, I get it. Okay, it is Jimmy Uso. My information comes from the same places that all of you get your information. You know, certain reputable sources, reputable news outlets on social media. So when I see something, I am going to I'm going to share it. And tomorrow's actually going to be a day that I am actually going to be able to post more stuff. If anything does break with this, I'm going to be able to go jump in and go live and be able to talk about things tomorrow. So, yeah, there is a lot more to this story. And boy, yeah, I don't even know what else to say at this point. I really don't. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I apologize that it was only an hour tonight, but you know, we did get the appearance from the exalted leader of the WrestleScope family, Positive One. He was here again tonight, thankfully. So we'll see if we get another appearance and maybe some words of wisdom from the Positive One tomorrow night. Roman, thank you very much. Have a great night, everybody. Let's just hope that there's a some sort of a positive outcome to this story, but I don't know. There is more to come with this, and yikes. I don't even know what to say. All right. Until tomorrow, have a good night, everybody. We will talk to you tomorrow. And yeah, I'm out.